Once Shikamaru gathered several powerful allies to fight alongside Boruto against Mamushi in order to stop Eida from being devoured, a tragic future that Kashin Koji himself wants to avoid. He began giving orders as the battle strategist. With the team in place, Shikamaru directed Boruto and their allies on how to carry out the battle. In this video, I'll explain the moves that Shikamaru, Boruto and their allies have made so far to fight Mamushi and his many self-clones within Konoha. If you want to understand what happened during the planning stage of this mission, I recommend watching two videos first. The real reason Kashin Koji wants to protect Eida from Mamushi and the battle to save Eida from Mamushi part 1. I'll place links to both of those videos in this video description. Here's how the team reacted when Mamushi appeared in Konoha. Kashin Koji had one of his toads watch and record Inojin's new jutsu. The other toad, which was with Shikamaru, then projected that toad's vision and perception. This allowed Shikamaru to see exactly the same information that Inojin was seeing through his jutsu. When Mamushi appeared in the village, he erased his chakra signature, making him very hard to detect. He began asking Konoha civilians where Eida was. As soon as this happened, Inojin and Shikamaru realized that Mamushi was already in Konoha as a result of Inojin's new jutsu. Shikamaru noticed that Inojin looked nervous and worried, so he told him to calm himself and stay focused on using his jutsu. Right after that, Shikamaru informed everyone who was connected through Inojin's new mind transfer jutsu that Mamushi was in Sector C, Area 36 of Konoha. He also revealed that there were 8 Mamushi clones within several tens of meters of that location. Knowing that Boruto could respond faster than anyone else, Kashin Koji told Boruto the location of the nearest metal symbol shaped like a keyhole. Boruto could use this symbol for long distance teleportation with the Flying Raijin jutsu. This saved time as Boruto did not need to search for a suitable symbol himself. Boruto then teleported instantly to a location near Mamushi's clones and quickly flew towards them. At this point, it was revealed that Mamushi had appeared in Konoha several days earlier than what Kashin Koji had seen through his Presenshin jutsu. This change in fate happened because Kashin Koji has shared information about the future with Boruto, Inojin and Shikamaru. Since Kashin Koji's Presenshin jutsu takes time to update him about changes in fate and no one knows when those updates will come, the outcome of this battle now depends mainly on Shikamaru's decisions and Boruto's actions. Meanwhile, Eida began to panic and felt disgusted at the thought of being devoured by Mamushi. Demon did his best to reassure his sister, promising that he would not let Mamushi devour her. Sarada, who was worried about Boruto, wanted to go out and help him. However, Shikamaru, thinking as the battle strategist, decided it was better for Sarada to stay where she was. Because Mamushi can create multiple clones and spread them across different areas of Konoha, Shikamaru believed Sarada's strength might be needed elsewhere. As a result, Shikamaru ordered Sarada and Team 7 to stand by in Sector B North. He also ordered Team 10, Chocho, Himawari and Shikadai to stand by in Sector D East. This was done so both teams could deal with Mamushi's clones if they appeared in those areas. Shikamaru also knew that he would need Miski's strength, sharp observation skills and emotional intelligence. Because of this, he spoke with Miski through the mind transmission jutsu. Shikamaru asked Miski about his situation as Miski was being interrogated by the right-hand man of Lord Daimyo. Miski replied that he was not going to be released anytime soon. He even suggested breaking out by force, but Shikamaru rejected this idea because it would create more problems than benefits. At the time Shikamaru was speaking to Miski, the people who were not part of Shikamaru and Boruto's team did not yet know that Mamushi was in Konoha. Shikamaru asked Miski to wait for an opening that would be created once the news of Mamushi's attack spread through the village. He wanted Miski to take advantage of the chaos and distractions that will follow. In the meantime, Shikamaru promised to think of a way to get Miski out of the interrogation room. Miski agreed to this plan. Shikamaru then reminded everyone on the team that Mamushi's main target was Eida. He asked everyone to stay ready to move to Sector A East at any moment's notice, which is likely where Eida was currently hiding. He also informed the team that Boruto will move between different locations using the Flying Raijin jutsu to support each unit in their assigned sectors if needed. Shikamaru also asked Kawaki to provide support when necessary. This meant that both Kawaki and Boruto needed to move freely between sectors to help the team. The key difference is that Boruto can move much faster between locations because of the Flying Raijin jutsu. while Kawaki does not have that ability. While the team was planning and making adjustments, Boruto was already flying towards the Mamushi clones that had been detected first. These clones were moving through the village and asking civilians where Eida was. Mamushi had ordered his clones to cause as little damage in Konoha as possible so they will not upset Jura. This is why Mamushi was not attacking civilians recklessly. He allowed his clones to kill civilians if they wanted to, but insisted that they must not destroy any buildings. Before the Mamushi clones could harm the civilians, Boruto arrived at their location. He drew his sword and cut through the clones' eyes. To stop Mamushi's clones from dividing into more clones, both of the eyes must be destroyed. This is why Boruto struck both eyes and why the others on the team are required to do the same. After saving the civilians, Boruto told them to run away if they did not want to die. This action served two of Boruto's hidden goals. First, it made the civilians aware that Boruto was in the village and that Konoha was under attack. Second, those civilians will spread the news throughout Konoha, creating the distraction Mitsuki needed to escape the interrogation room or giving Shikamaru the chance to request Mitsuki's release. This is where the battle truly begins. Mamushi's clones all attack Boruto at the same time. Boruto pulls out his sword and it turns black as he uses it to block one of the clones' attacks. While Boruto is fighting Mamushi, the civilians he just saved began questioning why Boruto is in the village. One of them said that they needed to alert the police force, meaning Konoha's authorities, about what was happening in the village. After blocking the attack, Boruto used his sword to cut through the eyes of that Mamushi clone. More of Mamushi's clones then appeared from behind and tried to attack Boruto. Boruto managed to reduce the impact of the attack, but while dodging, he crashed into a wall. Two Mamushi clones then fired a powerful fire-style jutsu at Boruto. Boruto knew that these clones have the same strength and chakra as the original Mamushi. Because of this, he understood that he cannot afford to let them divide into more clones. To deal with this, Boruto activated his Kama Seal and began using Momoshiki's powers. He absorbed the clone's fire-style jutsu with his Kama. The Kama Seal also boosts Boruto's strength, jutsu and overall skills, which he developed through his training with Sasuke and Kashin Koji. This makes Boruto far more dangerous in battle, even if he does not actively use any of Momoshiki's abilities. When Mamushi tried to attack Boruto with an attack that Boruto would normally have blocked with his sword if his Kama Seal was not active, Boruto instead used a normal Rasengan that was boosted by the Kama Seal. This Rasengan destroyed the wooden style claws that Mamushi attacked him with. After that, Boruto threw two shuriken at one of the many Mamushi clones that were attacking him at the same time. Boruto then instantly teleported to the shuriken that was stuck in one of the clone's eyes. While in mid-air, he pulled out his sword and sliced through the eyes of every Mamushi clone at once, defeating the Otsutsuki level threat with a single fast attack. Once Boruto finished dealing with these clones, Shikamaru told him to handle 3 more that were 2 streets away. At Boruto's 4 o'clock position, Boruto knew he would not reach them fast enough by flying, so he activated Momoshiki's Bakugan. Using the Bakugan, Boruto looked through the buildings to find the exact location of the Mamushi clones. He observed where they were, how fast they were moving, and how they were positioned. Based on this, Boruto calculated how to use his shuriken to reach them. Boruto then threw 2 shuriken and made them collide with each other. This caused one of the shuriken to curve around the buildings and hit its target, the back of Mamushi's clone's head that was walking behind the other 2. Boruto immediately then used the Flying Raijin Jutsu to teleport to that shuriken. From above the clones, he used a massive Rasengan to destroy all 3 Mamushi clones at once with ease. After this, Inogen and Shikamaru detected more Mamushi clones in Sector C North and Sector D South. Shikamaru ordered Team 10 to continue standing by in Sector D East. He then instructed Boruto to deal with the clones in Sector D South and if possible, hurt them east and eliminate them. Boruto agreed and moved to the assigned area. At the same time, Kawaki headed towards Sector C North to deal with the Mamushi clones there. While the clones were talking among themselves, they noticed that their numbers had suddenly dropped and realized that Boruto was the one attacking them. One clone told the others to ignore Boruto since he was not their target and to quickly search for Eida instead. Before they could split up, Kawaki appeared. He used Sukuna Ikona to fire chakra rods through the eyes of the clone, who suggested splitting up. Immediately after that, Kawaki reported to the team that he would handle the clones in Sector C North. The Mamushi clones rushed at Kawaki all at once. With this karma seal activated, Kawaki used a clawed hand to punch straight through one clone's head, destroying its head and eyes. As he pulled his arm back, he did the same to another clone. One clone tried to attack Kawaki from behind. Kawaki responded by using Sukuna Ikuna to shrink himself, then reappear behind that clone. From that position, he used Sukuna Ikuna again to fire chakra rods into the clone's head and eyes. To finish the fight quickly, Kawaki created a chakra staff using Sukuna Ikuna. He used the staff to strike Mamushi clones at once, cutting off their heads and eyes. He then released an energy blast through the staff to destroy the remaining clones. After the battle, Shikamaru acknowledged Kawaki's efforts, told him he did good work, and confirmed that Sector C North was now clear. Mamushi realized that his clones were being taken out one by one and began asking himself what was going on. He eventually came to the conclusion that his enemies were somehow able to detect him, even though he had erased his chakra signature. To adjust to this, Mamushi decided the best solution was to create even more clones of himself and spread wider across Konoha. He wanted each clone to openly show itself to many people and draw the attention of as many people as possible. At the same time, the sensory unit alerted Sai about the presence of Mamushi and Boruto in Konoha. Sai then asked the sensory unit to connect him to Shikamaru using their mind transmission jutsu. Around this moment, Shikamaru ordered Kawaki to move to Sector A South, which is the center of Konoha, and to stand by there. From that position, Shikamaru wanted Kawaki to be ready to move at any time if needed. Sai finally connected to Shikamaru and reported that the divine trees might have attacked the village. He also told Shikamaru that it was not only the divine trees. Boruto had also been seen in Konoha, but this information was not fully confirmed. Neither Boruto nor Mamushi had been captured by the sensory unit network, so Sai had already sent police forces to the locations where they were spotted. Shikamaru realized this was the perfect chance to get Miski released from his interrogation. He pretended that he was not aware of what was happening in the village and calmly told Sai that he understood the situation and asked him to keep him updated. Shikamaru then added if the situation escalated, Miski should be released. Sai replied that Miski was still being interrogated and that Lord Daimyo's right-hand man would not be happy about such request. Using both the situation and his authority as Hokage, Shikamaru told Sai to inform Lord Daimyo's right-hand man that this was the Hokage's order and that the village was in a state of emergency. By this point, Mamushi had already created many copies of himself and spread throughout Konoha. He was seen in multiple locations by civilians, openly asking them where Eida was hiding. Even Inojin was shocked as he reported that Mamushi had multiplied into at least 50 clones. Shikamaru knew he also had to adjust his strategy to match Mamushi's changes on the battlefield. He told Boruto that the plans had changed because the Mamushi clones were now spreading out in all directions from Sector D South. Shikamaru instructed Boruto to herd the clones from the southwest and move towards the east to link up with Team 10, which included Chojo, Shikadai, and Himawari. The manga panel then showed Boruto moving at high speed, cutting Mamushi's clones as he traveled from the southwest to join Team 10. In part 3 of this video series, I'll begin explaining the situation from Team 10's point of view, as well as any new information that is revealed in Boruto Blue Vortex chapter 30. If you have any questions or need anything explained more clearly, feel free to leave a comment and I'll reply to you. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.